some stories that are in my head. So if you know they're wrong, or you know they're embellished, they are correct because that's how I remember. Please do not correct me. Daddy, don't correct me. I am right. Okay, Patti started her PE teacher quest. It started in 7th grade, which is the grade she teaches. Because she had a 7th grade PE teacher that made a huge impact on her. In 9th grade, she decided that she was going to be a 7th grade PE teacher. And nothing stopped her. She went through high school with that, she went through college with that. She went through her master's program once she got the job while she was pregnant with Chelsea, and actually had to take her last final at home because she was on bed rest. She was determined to be the best PE teacher she ever could be. I was going to say I'm a lot too. And I don't know what it was, but she had this event planned for June 27th, which she ended up having to cancel because she had a job interview. It was her first job interview, actually her second job interview, I believe. And it was with Lennox. And then we go through the next week after that, where we have the bridesmaid party and the bachelor party and getting the wedding dress and all that stuff, and then the honeymoon. And then we go back on the 25th of July, and there was a phone message saying, "You got the job." So on her calendar, got the job. So she's got all this wedding stuff, but she's got everything written down for her new job as well. So that's how it all started. If I talk too long, I apologize. She joined a great team of PE teachers at Lennox Middle School. Patti is a great team player and very focused, but she had some other great team players as well. So it was awesome for her to get involved with some people that had the same passion as her. She just wanted to impact these students and make a difference in their life. And she had a group of PE teachers that were of the same mind. It took a little while, but in 2003, they got PE programming will look like in the future. Less traditional sports, more aerobic activity, and a strong emphasis on personal integrity and more incorporation of math and writing. In 2003, Lennox Middle School was named California Middle School PE Program of the Year. In each of the next 2 years, it went extremely hard to get federal grants, allowing the district to purchase $1 million worth of equipment. Okay, this is for 7th grade. It's incredible. The new perks included a fitness gym, a climbing wall, and what it was a traverse wall basically. And what they had was these containers that you see out on the docks, and they put climbing wall stuff along. So you didn't climb up, but you climbed all the way around the inside of these containers. It was pretty awesome. They had a 50-foot climbing tower, and it was amazing. They learned to belay each other. They learned to climb the tower. They learned it was a trust thing. Learning how to count on somebody else for accomplishing a goal in the end. And it was right off the 405, so the planes they were landing right over it, so they had to watch out for the tower.
We needed FAA approval. We did get FAA approval.
They needed FAA approval. So, okay, you can add stuff, you just can't tell me I'm wrong. So what they were doing was they had, I think it was $1,500 a year per student. And they got to go to shows, they got to go to the aquarium, they got to go to, they got to learn to play golf. So whatever it was, they got to learn all these things that they wouldn't learn being in Lennox. And she had one student, then she had two, and then another mentor fell out, so she ended up having 3 students. And these girls, I wish we had a picture of them because they're at the Lakers game. They have pictures from all the events that they did. And Patti guided them through high school. And one of them, I believe, just recently talked to her because she wants to be a surgeon. Is that?
Different girl.
Okay, different student, but
Yeah.
one of her students wants to be a surgeon. How many of us go back to our 7th grade PE teacher and explain to them, we want to be a surgeon? You have to have an impact on somebody's life to have them remember you, 9 years later when they're in their most exciting time of their life, to go back and want to tell their 7th grade PE teacher about that. That's the kind of impact that Patti made on her students. She also had a track club, and unfortunately we don't have a picture. She had a track club for a few years in there, a number of years, and there's a picture with about 15 kids, I think, and they all have their little certificates. Some of them ran just these giant metal, heavy things. So they just had such a great time knowing that they were going to get some kind of reward.
That's right.
For their effort.
Yeah.
And it was, I thought that was one of the best things in the world, and the kids just loved it. One of the things, and I think some of you saw this, was Patti is still friends on Facebook and through communication, text message and stuff like that, with some of her 7th grade students. I'm sorry, I don't even remember the names of my 7th grade teachers. She had lunch last week with one of her students. The student graduated from USC and has gone on to be a PE teacher, and wanted to meet with Patti because he was the person that changed her life, just like the 7th grade PE teacher that changed Patti's life. To make an impact on somebody like that, and he's not the only one that she's made an impact on that might not have communicated, but I think that's incredible. And then I talked about one of her other students that she spoke with that's going to be a surgeon. Come on, who tells their 7th grade PE teacher I'm going to be a surgeon when they're in college? It just doesn't make sense to me. But that was her passion. She lived for that. And to be able to have even one student come back and tell you that you were the thing that changed their life, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine having anybody tell me I changed their life that much. But you know what? She kept her students involved. She kept them engaged. She actually worked harder working from home than she did working at school. She tried to prepare these units so that they could understand, they could learn, and they could be motivated by every class that she had. It was kind of annoying sometimes because she worked her ass off during those times. And to go from teaching at school to teaching at home, and being able to do that kind of teaching, again, and still make an impact on these students. I just think, I've been married to her for 33 years, she's been a teacher for 33 years, and I couldn't be more proud of the impact she's made on all of her students. And on me, the motivation factors. I watched her work so hard sometimes. It's like, why? Why do you work so hard? Some of those kids could care less. And a bunch of them. There was a portion. She was focused on the other.
First of all, my sister, my nephews, and their girls, and thank you for coming. I love you guys so much. I love you guys.
Check your ID.
No, they're all of them. Remember, I'm old, so they're like, they can't be. Yeah. And then, pretty much the rest of you are like A-Rack. You know what? Okay, I have to say this because A-Rack changed my life. When, I'm going to get emotional again, but when it was actually this guy who started playing soccer, and he's like, and he was playing soccer like every Wednesday and whatever. And it's like, Patti, you gotta like find a run club. Well, I know there's running experience, but anyway, he came with me on my first night at AREC on a Wednesday. He came with me.
I go once a year.
He ran.
Valentine's Day.
And then he ran with me on my very first night at AREC. And he didn't come back for a year. He said, you're on your own. Go back next Wednesday. You're on your own. I'm like, okay. But you know what? You all were like so inviting, and oh my God, you guys all changed my life, because I would not be the person I am today without my run club. You know what? You were going to keep me going through my retirement, because I got to keep running and training, and now I don't have to teach and then run. I can just sleep in. Gosh, I can run at 10 a.m. Oh, no problem. Oh, it's Wednesday. I'll run at 6. But no, you guys, thank you for supporting me and being there and hearing all of my knucklehead stories. How many of you heard my knucklehead stories? Oh my God.
How many times have we